So hello guys and welcome back. We are going to be getting into a pretty interesting starting point here in the Southeast Asia League. We are going to be going at it with a hot matchup to begin this session, and it will be Lamduy versus Ranger in our first inaugural lower bracket round 2 game. This is the first iteration, of course, of the Southeast Asian League, and looking at these two players might be evenly matched, but I gotta say for Ranger, he will have a lot of experience under his belt. Malaysia gonna be represented by pretty much their best players so far to start things off, and they are gearing up for a deep run here in our SEAL bracket. If you guys need to see the bracket, of course, just use the command down below and you will find out all the results so far. Something to take note though, this is the first seed versus the second seed here. Malaysia versus Vietnam, but the seeding seeming like it doesn't really matter with 4th seed Singapore waiting all the way in the grand finals. And as you guys saw, our first map here will be Submarine LE. So we do rotate which map goes to which bracket here. Our first Masters bracket gonna have the smallest map of all. And last time we saw a Masters bracket live and ready to go, it was a pretty cheesy affair on Golden Wall. So maybe, just maybe, we're gonna see it again here on Submarine. Smallest map in the ladder pool. Gonna be looking to get into this game, of course. And Ranger and Lamduy, and they'll be bringing us a whole different flavor, to say the least. Very excited to bring you guys this action, and I can't wait to see who's going to be the one taking W here. But we'll find out right here, right now, as we get into our first game of this set. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, we got some flags down below, looking oh so good. Looking pretty sneezy and sleevey there, to say the least. But this is now time for our first game between Malaysia as well as Vietnam. Introducing first, here on the top left of Submarine LE, it is going to be our red Protoss, the man who just brings in the attitude and brings in the passion. This guy has always been one for the books on the Malaysian side. It is our red Protoss, Ranger. And his opponents, here down below on the southeast side of Submarine, representing Vietnam, looking to impress on the Terran side, it is our Green Terran, Lamduy. Some solid results from the last one, if I remember correctly. Ranger winning it out for the Malaysian side in his last bout there on Golden Wall LE. In the meantime, here for Lamduy, trying to just figure things out a little bit, looking for some redemption after losing out against Dark Impure. Ranger actually winning out on Ice and Chrome, rather. My mistake there. Same blue palettes, not the same tile set though. But yeah, winning against Saipem. Ranger showing on up in a pretty good way to get the lead and go from there. Lamduy though, as we saw from yesterday's match, really able to try and go for the bout at any given time. So, this can go either way, that's for sure. But let's see what's going on here today. So this is the Southeast Asia League, so many events governing this weekend, and this is just one of them, adding things up to make sure StarCraft 2 SEA is a great place to be. Seems like though these rocks gonna get broken on down, and it will be Lamduy going for the 3 racks expand instead. So he does want to set up that bunker here to really make sure that he is good to go against anything the Protoss will bring to the table. And Ranger, in the meantime, he's gonna be going for that Adept into the Stalker instead. No glaive opening as of yet, but he can go for it as he does decide to get into the Twilight Council. So what's gonna be planned here for Ranger? He scouts out the bunker, decides to disengage, and maybe he wants to see that vision up on top to at least know what is going on. Can Lamduy get the add-on in time, get the lift on up? Yes, he does, denying whatever Ranger can see. So he doesn't know if it is going to be the 1-1-1 expand or if there's going to be triple racks here. He has to be very careful right now with these decisions because a critical mass of Marines might be a little too much to handle. And speaking of those Marines right now, there are a big chunk of them. So Ranger might be thinking, okay, these are a lot of racks waiting for me into this bout. On the flip side though, things like Ranger wants to get that shield battery online. We're gonna play defensive. While Council though not getting any upgrades as of yet. which is pretty interesting here for Ranger. And okay, Dark Shrine time. So now the Dark Shrine is something that has become a little more popular against the Terran, because you're usually using those that energy on the Arbalic Man for mules, right? And when you do that, you're able to get more Marines. So in essence, if Ranger is able to play deities correctly and either force out scans or get those SCV kills, it does economical damage either way. So it really has been a little more popular lately, has been something to take note of. And Lamduy will be answering with an Engineering Bay to start things off. Of course, he needs that for those upgrades, but at the same time, it at least enables you the detection that you will need against DTs. And with the 3-rack setup, we are going to get Stimp back on. And seems like Charge Lot Archon perhaps here for Ranger to wrap things up later on into the game. But as Ranger is going to be getting more and more of those buildings on, he does set up a proxy pylon to potentially surprise his opponent. And Lamduy, this guy is already expecting it. He feels that the Dark Shrine is coming his way. I believe he already saw it being warped on in. And a small, tiny, tall building like that is something to take notes of. For now though, as we said guys, Ranger representing Malaysia, Lamduy representing Vietnam. And whoever wins this is going to be going against Singapore later on into the day, with Singapore having that one match advantage. So it's only going to be 6 games after this one. We'll go through all the 7, of course, to make sure that we can get a good flow on. Ranger right now getting a pylon into play. Here we go with a Warp Prism also. Going to be ready to go. Maybe a few drops here and there. Going to be substantial in so many different ways. And as Ranger decides to go for the scouting, Robey is going to be there as well. So not going to be the Archon bouts. It will be looking into getting into heavy mech territory just in case. But some Marauders here from Lamduy. Pretty tanky so far. And maybe, just maybe, they can pack a punch later on into this set. But in any case, drop on into play. Warp Prism right now, lifting the Dark Templar up. But the Marines are there to try and get the shots on. Scanning will be used up, so Lamduy forced to use that energy in that manner. Second scan is there as well. And Lamduy has to be a little careful using these scans. Ranger not really heavily committing onto, well, the Dark Templar. He is going to get a second one here and now. So it's still a pretty good investment. But as we said, mules not being used up is something to take note of. Here we go though with Ranger trying to get in position, but still not gonna happen. He's trying to get a slice and dice onto the SCV, gets that pick off there, will get the retreat on. And in behind all of this, the plan there is not to win the game out, but use it instead to go for the anchor points and expand from there. So Ranger right now gonna be looking to get this Nexus point up and running, and at the very least, he wants to get a little bit more here. Going for the macro game, very, very smart, as Lamduy is just getting pestered so far in this set. Engineering Bay number 2, trying to go on up. SCV will go down, and basically right now, Ranger is just playing, I'm going to mess with your timings. I'm going to say that you are on a stopwatch, and you are failing every single interval that you need to be on. We are in for a long day here, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't wait to bring you guys even more. But for now, I forgot to edit the stream title right there. This is MY. Ooh. SG versus MY. A little bit of a lag. Someone is lagging for some reason, but I wonder who it is. Vietnam, rather. Versus MY. Lamduy versus Ranger. That's here for day number 2. So quickly fixing up that stream title, make sure you guys know what is going on. It seems like we've missed a little bit of the game already, because it's time for the drops here from Lamduy. He's ready to go to get in position somewhere on the map. The drop play gonna be in order here for Mr. Lamduy, and he will basically be flying on out to the north side of the map to make sure that he can find an angle or two. But Ranger, in the meantime, he's playing the riskier tech. He's going for Disruptor, which means that Novas are going to be absolutely huge. But with Medivacs into play, I gotta say for Lamduy, if some good micro is on the board, then he can really go a long way on that. Still though, onto the north side of Submarine we stay on, and these drops are waiting to happen. Lamduy right now looking to get it over and out. External Terminal Lance gonna be looking to get into play, but this is already gonna be a good drop from Lamduy so far. He catches Ranger off guard. There we go with the Charge Lot, gonna die into the field of battle, and these Stalkers are gonna get caught out in the open as well. Disruptor right now with the Nova will get cancelled there. Second Disruptor also picked off. And Ranger, oh Ranger, even though he had a good idea, it doesn't execute really well. Here we go with more Zealots though, courtesy of Ranger right now, trying to charge on in. The Marauder packing a punch in behind. Marine's gonna go for the step back to get the hell out of there. And Pro's being picked off instead onto this third base. Can Ranger survive here? Seems like he's still good to go. And Lamduy taking this opportunity to expand yet again. Seems like that's what the aggression is all about. Seems like that's what the drops is all about. And Lamduy right now evening up the SCV count, which just basically means that he can stay ahead with mules into play. But look, the shoe is on the other foot. It's time for a little bit of some revenge here for Ranger, and he's going to be going for the drops onto the main base. At the same time, will be going on the attack onto the outskirts, and he's trying to just juke out his opponent as much as possible. Marauder, though, going to be going on down. Marine's taking some damage there. Here we go with the frontline assault, though. Lamduy trying to hold the line in the first place. And this Warp Percent Micah from Ranger has made him stellar all throughout the region, and he's trying to do a little bit more. Siege Tank right now going to get caught out in the open. There we go, the force fields to force these Marines on back. SCVs are pulled as well. But it really just goes to show that Lamduy is getting pestered by Ranger and his DTs every single time. Those small little things that Ranger is doing to keep him alive, and he does get Thermal Lance in this bout. It's absolutely commendable there from Ranger. He buys time with the attack, and he gets the upgrade over and out. Now he's adding more Colossi into the mix. Those Disruptors wasn't able to micro that properly, so he will decide to play it safe and go for the Striders there instead. But at the same time, seems like Lamduy is getting ready for it. Going for those Vikings. He doesn't want to get too much of them, but at the same time, have enough to pick those off. 4 Vikings is a good number there. And adding into the +1 to just go for a good measure. Onto the west side, we go already here for Lamduy. And he's cleaning up house, getting rid of these pylons here than everywhere. But Ranger is oh so sneaky. And I don't think Lamduy knows that all the pylons are there as of yet. No vision right now. So very close. Eventually gets it at the last moment. But basically for Ranger, again, another distraction here to get another base up and running. And the macro here on our Protoss looking to get on ahead a little bit more. Still though, our Terran having so much energy in the bank, he's looking to save it for a rainy day. And Mules can dread drop at any point in time. Ghost gonna be into play as well. Some huge EMPs. Really ridiculous against Protoss, of course. And +2/+2 gonna be added on up to the collection. +1/+1 right now for Ranger. He's trying to get his own +2/+2 setup as well. And there we go with the clean on up. The Zealot's gonna get diced over there. But Ranger now feels a little confident to go and head on out. Now, I feel like the only problem here for Ranger is he doesn't have a Warp Prism available, which just basically means that he will not have, you know, that reinforcement cycle nearby in the quickest manner. Still, though, at least the Stalker's cleaning up the rocks. And there we go with a little bit of the push yet again. Lamduy now, in the meantime, trying to hold the line, looking to find an anchor point there. As the sensor tower is at the very least set up and ready to go. He will know that Ranger is there. He gets the scouting information in the first place. And this is going to be a big ball of demise, courtesy of our Protoss so far. For now, though, in terms of production, +3/+3 looking to get on over. In terms of the income, both sides very even so far. In any case, guys, you know, the Southeast Asia League, it's been pretty interesting. We've had some really good games between so many players, and I gotta commend and thank everyone who not only tuned in, but everyone who participated, supported their countries, and made sure this was a reality. Now, we all know that there are other things to do, and there's nothing on the line but national pride, but at the very least, looking for the championship, looking to get that W is always a pleasure to see. As SCVs right now going on down again. Every single time a base doesn't have either guards or a missile turrets, Ranger is on it already. And at the very least, he's slowing things down. Gets the scan there already. But oh my god, Ranger is going to be going for the interception. And he's looking for a little bit of the pickoff here. Wants to go for this fort base already. There we go with the Novas though. Getting a slam on down. And it's a big chunk of Marines going there already. And here we go again. Goodbye to the siege tech. Huge hits from Rangers. And really goes to show the orange beam of demise always scary to see in either ball or line form. Good use of the Robo Bay here from Ranger. And he's able to take a good chunk of the army there to get the lead on in this bout. Now he knows he can actually push this forward, and he will be going at it as well. There we go though with a Warp Prism ready to go, so he will reinforce from the side there. And here comes the push already, courtesy of Lamduy. Colossi taking damage there. No, none of these stalkers actually hitting. They're taking a quick little nap. Force fields though into play to get the catch on. And eventually some of the Vikings go down. The Colossi don't have the back on now. And Ranger is getting more stalkers into this game. All up to Ranger right now to find a pincer and find a target there. Looking to figure things out. Maybe and best maybe get the angle on in the first place. And this is basically Ranger trying to get in position again. Blade Stalkers to get on backwards, but he forgets about the Disruptors again. And that's the problem playing Disruptor. They cannot attack. So you can see them just moving on in just to die. Free ones there, courtesy of Lamduy. And Ranger right now gonna be forced to stay on the outskirts yet again. Paying attention. Looking to take a little bit of a breather there. And basically our Protoss just looking for some map control in this instance. 71 workers though to 60. And at the very least, this is Ranger looking to hold the lines in the first place. Siege Tank right now taking a chunk of damage there again. We got some Liberators though from Lamduy as he's getting more and more on those ship upgrades. But Ranger is wanting to go all in onto the +3/+3 while Lamduy is ready for it. So Ranger has to be a little bit careful even though he has that army advantage. Those +3 is going to be hurting, especially with the critical mass of Marines later on. But I gotta say, I like what Ranger's doing. He's basically choking out his opponents, going for some subterfuge as well with the Zealots, and also at the same time getting a base here and there. Now these charge lots getting into the fray, wanted to go to the natural, slicing and dicing these missile turrets to turn them into no detection zones. And this is just going to be Ranger being quite a best. Lamduy forced to be on the defensive, and you can really see what Ranger is doing here. He's having a little bit of the advantage right now, using his mental game to basically do everything he can and more in so many parts of this map. In behind all of this, he doesn't forget to go into High Templar, but then Colossus is going to be falling on down. There we go, Disruptor again getting the Nova on, and a good massive stalkers here from Ranger to pick off those air units to say the least. Now 82 army to 55, Lamduy running out of resources as well, and this is looking pretty difficult for the Terran to hold such an income disparity courtesy of Ranger. He is up by almost 1.3k, and it really just goes to show that's what the multiple bases are all about. Now these High Templar are here, but unfortunately he doesn't have Psionic Storm as of yet. So he's going to go into the north side already. Stalker going to be in position there. This is going to be Ranger right now pushing on forward. And there we go with the Novas yet again going on to the south side. Sees absolutely nothing, but it's going to be time for the Blink Stalkers to get in position. And this might be the beginning of the end here for Lamduy. Ranger is in a good spot right now, but that's going to be the Ghost trying to go for the heroic EMP. High Templar going to be in behind. There we go with the feedback against the medevac to prevent the healing. And with Psystorm going online soon, GG is called. Ranger will start things off here strong from Malaysia. And a good one there, really going to show you get your ace in the hole first and foremost. And that is Malaysia getting one up against Vietnam. There you go, guys. A victory for Ranger to start things off into this game. Lamduy gonna be bowing on out. And this might be beginning of the end here for the side of Vietnam. But it is way too early to tell, that's for sure. And we have so many games waiting for you all in just a bit. But just to confirm our results right there, right then, Ranger going to be winning out, giving the 1-0 advantage to Team Malaysia. And as we know, we are going to be looking to fix up everything else in the first place. But look at that, Malaysia running Protoss and Terran only. 4 Protoss players, 3 Terrans versus a good Bentley courtesy of Vietnam. And we will be getting into our next game very soon. Still a lot of action coming your way. Very excited for so many of these matches, including the one between Justice Simon and Nefarious, that's for sure. But in any case, we will be right back. This is the Southeast Asian League. Stay tuned, stick around. We'll be getting on more with Vietnam versus Malaysia in just a bit.